Hello and welcome back to Mike's Italian Grand Adventure. As you can see here, I'm back home in Colorado, in the beautiful Rocky Mountains, and it's a gorgeous day. It's finally spring here. All the snow has melted and it's about 70 degrees. It's about 20 degrees Celsius, so just a gorgeous sunny blue sky day. Hey, I found a website link that I had bookmarked a while ago about, I think it was maybe a group of lawyers or realtors that had posted a bunch of stories about €1 houses. And as I discussed in some of my other videos, I don't really intend to get a €1 house. That's not what I'm thinking of doing. But, you know, if one did pop up that was intriguing, I might consider it. But it was interesting, a bunch of the towns that were listed on that website, now it says they're no longer doing it. And I think they've just had this incredible, overwhelming response. Like I'd mentioned before also, there are stories of 50,000 submissions for, you know, like 20 houses that were available. So most of those municipalities are really small towns and they couldn't handle that and they just suspended the program. So, but some of these same towns have other properties for sale. So what I've done is I've pulled up the town, done a little search on Idealista, the same website I've been using in other videos, and I wanted to show you a couple of those now. Some of those are not exactly what I'm looking for, but some of them are really incredible, really intriguing, so I wanted to share those with you today. So let's go ahead and jump on the computer. I'll show you some of those sites, and then just a reminder, if you haven't subscribed, please do. Really appreciate all of those of you that have been watching and that have subscribed. And then also, in just a little over a week, I'll be in Europe. So coming soon to Mike's Italian Grand Adventure will be some European videos. So you won't have to hear me talk about Colorado or Utah or Arizona where I'm traveling around to. So, all right, let's jump inside and jump on the computer. Here we are at my computer once again, and just wanted to show you, first of all, this map. So that article I mentioned I'd bookmarked quite a while ago, they have a map on here where they put pins where all the towns are that are doing the €1 thing. So as you can see here, we have Italy. As I zoom in, there's a lot of places on Sicily. So apparently a lot of people are leaving. But as I'd mentioned before, I don't want to live on Sicily. It's an island. You have to take a ferry to get there. It's just a little too isolated and it's really far south. So to go from there up to Central Europe would be really too far. So that's the kind of out of my book. Sardinia is another island. It's quite a long ferry ride. I think I took an overnight ferry ride over to get here. So as beautiful as it may be, it's also a little bit remote for me. So there was a couple of different regions here that had a few more than I thought about. So back here to the region map of Italy, Sicily I talked about in Sardinia, but here in Calabria, look, there's quite a few properties here, or cities that are doing the €1 thing. Just a couple of them here in Campania, in Puglia, in Apulia here. Campania has a couple as well, right around here. It looks like maybe only one. But so I looked through these, and one of the regions I'm really interested in is Abruzzo right here. So it's Central Europe, or central Italy. It's a little bit closer to the Adriatic Sea, but it's close to Rome, so it might be pretty easy for connections. So once again, here's Abruzzo, and then here is Lazio, and then there's Rome. So, you know, that might be a desirable location. It's right in the mountains, or in the middle. It does have mountains here. It has a long coastline, so that could be really beautiful. So there's one place there I picked out that's pretty interesting. So I want to show that to you guys. Another one that I looked at was way up here, right on the border of Switzerland. And it's actually Piedmont. So Piedmont goes up and around this Aosta Valley region, and it's actually north of there, right along the border. So again, I mentioned I didn't want to live in the mountains. I live in the mountains here, and you know, it's a short summer season. So I'd like to be somewhere a little south, but the architecture and some of the construction here was made out of stone, was super fantastic. So I want to show you guys one of the places there. So let's jump over. And by the way, this is the website that I had bookmarked a long time ago. It's oneeurohouses.com. I'll put the link in the description to this video in case you want to go there and look at it. I think some of the information is pretty outdated. And it's funny, as you look at a lot of these places, they'll say that there are no places available, or that the municipality decided not to do it anymore, or something along that line. So there's quite a few of those. And when you get to this site, you'll see here's a list based on region and then the town that they're doing it in. So if you want to come here and take a look at this some yourself, but this is where they had the map as well. So this first one is called Borgomezzavalli. I'm sure that's terrible Italian for pronunciation, but it's right here, this region here. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom out so you can see where it's located. Look, here's the border of Switzerland right here. So it's really close to Switzerland. This is Valle d'Aosta. You see Aosta right there. And then here's Milan over here. And then down here is Turin, the capital of Piedmont. So it's way far up north. But really, really cool architecture. So take a look at this place. Terrible, ugly graphic here. But look at this first picture here. Look at the stonework. Looks like a slate stone roof, stone walls. I mean, totally looks medieval almost. Look at these buildings and this view in the mountains. Really spectacular. There you go. This is a better one. This is the unit up here, I believe. It's got this balcony that wraps all the way around. Just incredible. So this is 50,000 euros. It's 90 square meters, so a little over 1,000 square feet. 3 rooms, I think just 1 bathroom. But take a look at some of this interesting stuff. Look at this ancient wood. I mean, like real on wood walls, not like paneling. And stone walls, stone floor, fireplace. I mean, this place is probably really cold in the winter, I'm guessing. Looks like really low ceilings, but it's just, I mean, the character, the uniqueness of it just looks amazing. Look at these pictures. Yeah, so I saw this place and I was just like blown away. The other thing about this place is it looks like it's move-in ready. It's got everything you want. It's got radiant heat. The walls look nice, ceilings, it's got bedrooms. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty much move-in ready. It's bathroom, a shower. Everything looks like it's in pretty good shape. But really, really definitely unique. Look at this outside where the balcony is and these beams supporting it. I mean, just incredible. So I think this is like in an ancient village. You can't even drive to the property. You have to park somewhere else and walk to it. But I just thought that place was really neat. They do have a floor plan here in one of the pictures. And we'll take a look at the description here coming up. Oh, and then this is in the cellar, I think, or another room. It looks like a freaking museum. I mean, look at all these things down here. And you've got like an old wooden pressing barrel or something. It looks like there's a bolt there to screw down and press, I don't know, grapes, olives for olive oil, but pretty far north for olive oil, I'd guess. But yeah, look at this down in like an old cellar. Really looks awesome, man. Look at those stone steps. Wow. So that place I thought was really cool. I just want to share it with you. Let's see. Here's the floor plan. They have like a modern 3D floor plan. Looks like maybe bathroom back over here, bedroom, living room. it seems to be that it would be a little bit bigger than this, than what they're saying. So I like the video they put in here. Is just their logo, so that's kind of useless. And then again, the map, it says for privacy reason they haven't shown the exact address, but there's just this little tiny town here, basically on the edge of a road, and there's really not much there. Down the road, there's a pizzeria over here, but you know, I just thought that stone architecture was incredible, and for sure, there's other places, other little villages all around the mountains of Italy that have that, or even, you know, in hill towns down further south. So, so that one I thought was pretty cool. Okay, so the next one I looked at was down here in Abruzzo, and we talked about this on a couple of different episodes, the food and wine. There's the Abruzzo Montepulciano that's from here, that's well known. This coast here has a lot of beautiful beaches. It's really known for vacation space for Italians as well. But here the description for the town, and the town is called Penne, which I always think of as a type of pasta. So, but I'll just read the description real briefly. Penne is a town in the Abruzzo region in the province of Pescara. It's located in a hilly position equidistant from the Adriatic Sea and the Gran Sasso Massif. The use of brick present in all the buildings and in the remains of some pavements has given Penne the title of City of Bricks, capital of the Farnese states of Abruzzo. Its historic center is divided into two hills. Penne, the city of art, awaits you to be discovered with its noble palaces, churches and convents, city gates, historic fountains, and museums. Since 2012, the city of Penne is part of the club of the most beautiful villages in Italy. To the historical and artistic beauties are added the naturalistic ones of a territory rich in flora and fauna, typical of the hills of the Middle Adriatic Belt. Near the city, there is the Lago di Penne Nature Reserve, the natural gateway to the Gran Sasso and Monte del Lago National Park. So, pretty incredible. It says its typical dishes are arrosticini, pecorino cheese, sausages, oil, and wine. So, and then they also have a bunch of coast, so seafood as well. But give you a little better idea, here's Penne, and as you pull out, you can see how close it is to the coast here. But it's kind of on the eastern side of Italy, for sure. So I'd mentioned I like the west coast because I like sunsets, you know, sunsets over the ocean. That's beautiful. But, you know, they'll get sunsets here as well. So let's zoom in a little bit, look at Penne. In fact, let's look at some pictures here on Google real quick. Just it has a really nice characteristic about it, I think. I mean, look at this brickwork everywhere, that natural color. It's a pretty good sized town, I think. Let's see if they say what the population is here. 12,451 people. So, yeah, that's not too bad. But let's take a look at this two properties here that I thought were pretty interesting. This one here is 30,000 euros. It's 300 square meters. So I'm not quite sure. I think this is the one with two apartments. I don't remember exactly, but I mean, that's huge. That's like 3,000 square feet, I think. Let me see. Square meters and square feet. Yeah, 3,229. So that's huge. But let's see what they got here. So this is the back side of it. A couple of balconies. It's this place up here. I think that's kind of facing south. Nice pathway here. So if you zoom in, let's see. Well, they show it on their map. We'll get to that a little bit later. But a walking path, beautiful hillsides, and then I think this is like a cellar. So I don't know if there's street access, place to put the motorcycle. Of course, is something I'd like to have. So looks pretty rough down here, but I mean, for storage, I love those barrel vaulted ceilings. Like look at this one up here. Do you see I just love that. I think it's such a great characteristic of these older cellars. So walk up the stairs. The place is in a little rough shape, you know, but it's 30,000 euros and it's huge. So You know, a little bit of work. It's probably to be expected for that price, but some pretty big rooms. Here's an old wood burning stove, the original beam ceiling, big fireplace here. This wall looks like it was added later. We could maybe take that out. Oh, that's maybe a bathroom in there. Oh yeah, that's a bathroom. So yeah, you know, in a little rough shape for sure. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't necessarily want to spend 30,000 euros and have to do a bunch of work, but this place has a lot of character and a lot of potential. I mean, pretty big rooms, like this beautiful original floor, some nice windows, balcony, looks like a nice view. The town, so here's the town. Cruise out just a little bit more, Penne, and it's got this kind of S-shaped. So this area here is part of the old town, and this is that passeggiata, that's that walking path that went behind. So I think those balconies, if this is the building, we're looking over this path. So they'd be looking east for the sunrise, and then you'd get, you know, pretty good sun exposure from the south as well. So that's pretty appealing to me. But the other thing, I mean, look at this neighborhood. It looks really vibrant. So here's a Japanese sushi restaurant or a fusion. Here's a bar, pin-up. Here's another bar. Here's a bar here. Here's some restaurants right up here. Another bar, restaurant. That looked really good. And it looks just walkable. I mean, it looks like there's a lot of stuff around here. Here's a cafe, another restaurant down here. And I looked at some of these restaurants, like just over here in this part. A couple of these restaurants had like incredible ratings, like 4.9 with 150 reviews. So that looked pretty appealing to me. You know, let's switch over to Google Maps and we'll kind of zoom back into Penne here, and I'll show you some of those restaurants I saw. So again, this is that big S, and that property was right up over in this area, in this kind of old town. But as I recall, some of these had some really good reviews. 4.3 pizza restaurant. This one here, Alle Volte, 4.9, 142 reviews. Man, I bet you they serve some great meals there. Osteria del Leon, 4.6, 141 reviews. La Vestina Grill, 4.6. I mean, these look like some pretty good restaurants and not too far away. I mean, you know, maybe a 15, 20-minute walk, but through this town, it looks beautiful. Let's look at the satellite image just so you kind of get an idea of this town. I mean, this is kind of the old town here, all up around here, and all of it is this original brick construction sitting on the hillside. Really incredible stuff. So here we'll go into 3D a little bit, and you can take a look. Look at these. So you can see it's on a hill, and as you spin around, you can kind of get to see the landscape a little bit. Really looks beautiful. And, you know, this kind of checks a lot of boxes. I said I want something made out of stone, but okay, brick, that's pretty close. The same kind of older architecture. A hill town, because that really seems appealing to me in Italy. Just, you get great views. First of all, you're not looking at your neighbor's patio or deck or something, or wall. But yeah, so they said it's built on 2 hills. So back over here was where that one, that property is we're just looking at here. Let's see if we can spin around. Here's that Passeggiata Alessio di Simone. So I think it's actually this property right here, this building. So really, really cool. I mean, gosh, how awesome does that look? So let's go back a little bit and read the description. If you can't tell, I'm kind of excited about this one. I'm definitely excited. So let's go back and look at the description a little bit here. It's a characteristic property from heaven to earth. I don't know what that means. In the historic center, presumably dating back to the medieval era, located a stone's throw from Corso Alessandrini. Okay, so then a church and a piazza, main square. In a small alley, we find this property, which has 2 entrances. One of the entrances leads to the basement rooms for approximately 130 square meters. Once used as a cellar and a laboratory where the current owner's grandfather carried out an artisanal activity for the processing of tin. Geez, I hope it's not polluted. But not only that, it seems that in the 19th century, another profession was also carried out here. I know what you're thinking. I was thinking of it too. That of manufacturing illuminations, as evidence of the presence of a wood pole left there for a very long time. So I don't know what that means, but sounds cool. The rooms have cross vaults, I mentioned those, and overlook a small plot of land that you can be used as a garden. So I'd get a little piece of land I could use as a garden. That's pretty awesome if I'm there for a long time. It can also be accessed from the other road, from that Passeggiata, I think. The second entrance leads to the very bright apartment, which is on 2 floors of approximately 150 square meters, with excellent sea view. Wow. So from that balcony, not only can you see the sunrise, but you can see the ocean from there. That's incredible. So 30,000 euros for this place. Keep that in mind. As well as a small terrace on the floor above. The entire property requires extensive renovation. So we saw that, having been uninhabited for some time now. But it's worth it for the large spaces, the garden, and the strategic position, which allows you to reach all the main primary surfaces on foot. Incredible. Yeah. So this place, for sure. I mean, I like it. Bookmark it. Let's put it in Italy. Done. Okay, so the next one I want to show you, this one I'm actually even more excited about. So Penne is on my list. I'm going to stop there for sure and check it out. So look at this place. Holy shit, I just love it. So this is the front door, I think. And then there's a little door on the side here, which is the cellar. But look at this archway here and this brick arch and all this brickwork. Wow. Just, I mean, seriously, I'm blown away just looking at it. Look at that entrance. How cool is this ironwork up here? And then it goes into a little entranceway here. Look at these beautiful floors. Already stuccoed up halfway. This place is 32,000 euros for 90 square meters. So a little over 1,000 square feet. That's perfect size. Come up the stairs. You know, one thing, I'm not sure if that entrance is a shared entrance. I think it is. There's probably at least another apartment in here. But look at this place. Ready to move in. Beautiful. Beautiful place. Ready to go. Let's get some furniture. I'm assuming this furniture goes with the other people that are selling it. Look at this bathroom. Brand new. Everything's done. Ready to roll. This one, however, is not. So this is the one with 2 apartments. One apartment's completely ready to go and move in. This other one needs to be redone. So how about that? Have a place to live while I'm working on this place. Then I sell this one later, or rent it out or use it for friends. But yeah, look at the views up here. This doesn't have a big terrace. That's the only kind of drawback. But man, this feeling of everything else seems incredible. I don't think you're allowed to have car traffic in here, obviously. Look at these little tiny streets, but I bet you I could cruise a motorcycle down here and zip into the cellar. I think this is the cellar entrance here. And yeah, just really a lot of character. So that one is, if you remember, the other one was back over in here in this area, in this old town. And this is obviously still the old center up around here. So same thing, here's that grill, restaurant, bar. I haven't found, I didn't look for a grocery store, but I'm sure there's one around here if I want one. But it just looks really, really appealing to me. So let's yeah, so we're getting back here. Let's go to the description real quick here. Again, 32,000 euros. Penne, historic center in a small multifamily building on the 2nd floor without an elevator, 2 apartments composed as follows. 1 apartment, partially renovated, consisting of a living room with predisposition for kitchen, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. So I think it must mean that it's like ready to go for a kitchen. Like it's got plumbing in place and electrical and maybe gas or something like that. But you know, you'd have to put a kitchen in. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. The 2nd apartment needs to be completely restored still, consisting of 4 rooms and 1 bathroom with a panoramic view of the city of Penne. A small cellar completes the property, immediately available, 32,000 euros. 90 square meters, 5 rooms, 2 bathrooms. So that's combined, apartments 1 and 2. You know, and maybe if they're right next to each other, we could combine them and make it 1 big apartment. I mean, that would be really, really incredible. But wow, I love that area. So this one didn't say anything about parking or if you can get the you know, motorcycle there, but I'm sure I could. I think that wouldn't be a problem. So this guy, bookmark, done. Absolutely. I'm going to contact this realtor. That one looks really cool. So let's take a look at the 3D of the Google Maps of that area a little bit here. So For those of you who don't know how to do this, when you're on Google Maps, if you just hold down the control key and then drag the map, it'll tilt it that way you want. So I think that one was right up around here. Let's go back to the map for that real quick. It was this one. Yeah, so let's see, does it show that church on here? Anyway, right next to this this guy here, Auditorium San Giovanni Eva. So let's see. Oh, there we saw that auditorium right here. There we go. So this would be right up in this area, I think. Let's see, I think we're gonna spin this around a little bit. There we go, then the maps line up. Okay, there you go, in that block right next to it. So here's the auditorium. It's right here, this building. So, wow, yeah, nice back. I don't wonder if this is part of the church, maybe. I don't know which way these views look, but yeah, really cool. Let's do a little 3D action. So look at that bell tower. Do we see that in any of the photos? The exterior photos. I don't think we had any really good photos looking outside. So, you know, it doesn't have a balcony or a patio. That's the only thing that really, you know, is a strike against this place, I think, right now. But, man, a lot of potential. Definitely a lot of potential. I like it. So, and then look at the countryside around it. Look at the hillside. Wow. Oh, man, look at those mountains right there. So pretty cool. Let's see. I think in this guy here, it shows you from Abruzzo Airport. So if you're going to fly into Abruzzo International Airport in Pescara, it's only 32 kilometers. So it's like 20 miles. So that's not very far at all. It might be pretty reasonable to get here. The elevation is 438 meters. So it's a little bit higher. You know, it's like 1,200 feet. So yeah, you know, I mean, definitely something I'm going to check out. I want to look into it. Yeah. So those were just the two I wanted to show you today. I didn't want to take up too much time, but I was excited to show you both of those because these are kind of the unique architecture that I've been looking for and that I would like to buy, really, if I can. So. All right, thank you so much. And hopefully, I'm not sure if the next video, I'll still be here. But the following video, 2 weeks from now, should be coming to you from Europe. I think I'm going to do one from Prague with my friends there when I get there. And then we'll be in Italy pretty soon thereafter. So I'm really excited. It's getting close. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.